Blessings, Soul Family. This is Jules, and this is Activate Evolution, a pathway to infinite possibilities. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about why we want to use reality as a divine reflection. More and more, we are experiencing the chaos or that super hologram where reality is not so fun to look at, or we're being challenged to override that victim mentality or judgment, or even getting sucked into fear patterns. Right now, we are physiologically created to stay alive. That's that primal response programming that we all have to consciously be aware of as we move through these more chaotic times. In these next few months, things will start to stir up. And as New Earth leaders, it is more important than ever for us to choose to see beyond what is seen. And what does that actually mean? Well, when we are in a situation, whether we're watching the news, we're talking with a friend, we're watching a YouTube video, we're watching a leader speak, a truther speak out, all of these things that are starting to bubble up to the surface, what we have to remember is everything that is starting to be seen right now is only there to be seen so that we can move beyond it. If we meet the frequency from which it's being held in or where it's being seen, then we're bypassing the very reason that we're even here. We're here to create a new earth reality. And the only way to do that is to see what is being seen and then see beyond it in order to create a frequency pattern that does not exist yet. I call this the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1. So when we are standing and then we are brought to a place where we're in reflection, whatever that reflection may be, that there's an opportunity to see something above it. So that 1 to the 2 is you, what the reflection is showing you, and then the ability to move into a frequency beyond what is seen. And that frequency holds the ability to express divine intelligence. That frequency at the top, that third frequency, is the frequency where oneness comes in. When we meet that frequency, we start to create a reality that has not been created yet. So the question is, well, how do we do that? Well, we invite in the experience, first of all, and I'm going to do an attunement to this as well. But it's mostly that we have the awareness of when we're meeting the frequency of what it is that we're in the experience of. For those of you that have been on the path for a while and have been in some of my teachings, we talk about the 5 levels of consciousness. The third level of consciousness is when you are in awareness of what is being created, or you're trying to create something, but you never actually leave the frequency of what it is that you're creating. Another way of saying that is that you're trying to create a new reality from your own programming. When we do that, we're just going to get more of what we already have. It may feel different in the beginning because we're thinking that we're creating something different, and our body is excited about creating something different. But if we're creating something from our programming, we're only going to get more of what we already have. The same thing is true when we are meeting the frequency of our reality. Even if we're in resistance to what it is that we're seeing, we're still not creating a frequency that is new. I like to see this as experiencing what is seen from different parts of the coin. One may be the experience of what one level of truth is, and on the other side is another level of truth, but they're both the exact same energy pattern. One way that this might show up is Let me think of an example. Well, let's put it in this where one person is experiencing what it is to be in lack, to be poor. So their timeline is created in being poor. And so they're always trying to make money. They're always trying to pay their bills. They're always in that place of, I don't have enough. Then on the other side of the coin, there's somebody that's holding the exact same energy, but they may have money, but they're always in this place of, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. So they never actually experience the abundant pattern. It's the same exact energy pattern, but it's being played out in a different way. The same thing is true if we're in agreement to a reality or if we're in resistance to reality. We're still experiencing the reality program from the exact same frequency. It's just being expressed in a different way. Being in resistance to what we're seeing in reality does not change reality for that exact reason. So what do? 1 to the 2 to the 3, and then we bring it into a new experience and oneness, meaning we take what we are holding, what reality is showing us, and we invite it into the frequency of divine expression. When we take the time to call in that frequency, whether we see something or not, just by choosing to see beyond what is seen and holding a space for that intelligence to come in and rewire the experience through our DNA technology, we are upgrading reality. And guess what? We're upgrading ourselves as well, because we're turning on a frequency that hasn't been created before. By doing this, we are consistently moving into a reality beyond what is seen. And eventually, we start to experience that reality. The magic unfolds, and we start to see beyond what is seen. We start to see through the illusion of that super hologram. We see through the illusion that we should be afraid, or that the world is going to fall apart, or we're going to lose everything. But the truth is, we don't know what the new earth reality is going to be, but we know what it's not going to be. And to be in resistance to what it's not going to be, we're only choosing to feed the very energy that we are ascending out of. To be able to hold abstract frequency, to be able to hold that vision of the unknown is not easy to do. That's why we're called way showers. We don't need somebody to repeat what's already been done. It's time to listen to that still small voice. It's time to see beyond what has already been seen and start to create from that place of the unknown. Once we start to create from the unknown, it starts to show us what it really is. And when it starts to show us, we start to plant those little breadcrumbs where we're just told what to do. Do this next, do this next, do this next. And then all of a sudden, we look back at what has been created by listening to that still small voice, and we are blown away. It's so good that we know that there's no way we could have come up with that from our ego or our programming. This is the New Earth way. So let's do an attunement to holding that beautiful frequency of that third place, the ability to see beyond what is seen, the ability to listen to that still small voice, to move out of the third level of programming and into the fourth. Listen and do. See what's there. We don't pretend that it's not there. We see it. We see it so that it can be transformed. It can transcend into the new earth frequency. So place your hands on your heart If you'd like to shut your eyes, we can start with that beautiful white blue light as it comes in through the nose and traces along the brain, moves down through the spine and out through the mouth. We're just attuning the spinal fluid, bringing in that divine intelligence, allowing this intelligence to spread into your body and just feeling the shift in your body as this happens. Feel your frequency raise. And from this place, we're going to go to the recorder cell in the center of the brain. And inside this recorder cell is the hydrogen atom. We're going to allow this hydrogen atom to begin to spin. And as it spins right through the center of the hydrogen atom, the attunement of the divine intelligence within you is activated. We're awakening this intelligence to give you guidance and support as you see beyond what is seen. So just taking a moment to allow this attunement to fully come through, upgrading the energetic responses of the mind and of the heart as it upgrades every cell of your body as you are in full expression of this divine intelligence. Upgrading your divine software. And then just taking a deep breath and just feeling the gratitude and appreciation as you connect to this beautiful frequency. And now choose, who am I going to be if I decide to see beyond what is seen? And am I going to play out fear? Am I going to be the victim? Or am I going to be the new earth navigator, the new earth expression, the new earth creator? Am I going to be a wayshower? That takes spiritual discipline, knowing when you're agreeing to something that has already been created. We know in that moment it's time to let the divine flow through us and create something different. From this place, we invite others to do the same. Together in oneness, we are creating the new earth. And I celebrate you for just spending this time with me and seeing the possibilities of what it is that is possible in creating a new reality beyond the super hologram. I'm sending you all so much love and a great big hug. And until we meet again, go and live to your highest potential and see beyond what has already been created. Much love.